Hey folks, Friendo here, and this is a video response to Blissful Melancholy. And I'm glad to see you putting out videos. I know you're busy, so it's happening less, but it's good to see you still around. So, depression and gender. I'm a man, and I have had depression for most of my life, and I don't really talk about it. Not though because of gender roles. I don't think that's really the case. I've never really felt stigmatized that I'm not really a man, or as a man, I have the job of not expressing my emotions. When I am feeling blue, there are always people. I mean, I have enough friends. There's always people who want to help. There's always people who react positively, but they don't react appropriately. Depression, I think, is not well understood by normal people. I've heard people with other conditions use the term brain normals, but people with those normal brains who don't have the neurochemical pathways that lead to depression just don't understand depression, what its rules are, how it works. I have found that it's simply not effective to talk to other people when I have my symptoms. Part of the issue is that when you are feeling depressed, it doesn't go away by finding something to make you feel good. What you need is to give yourself time. You will always get better over time. It's finding the way to just dig in and last through that time that's the real issue. And I found that I can do that more effectively by myself. But of course, that's where the danger is. Being by yourself. It's easier, but it's more dangerous. One of the reasons I have not wanted to talk to people about my issues is because there are consequences to having a diagnosis. It can affect going into, for example, I was in the military. It can affect employment. It can affect getting a clearance. It can affect traveling overseas, your ability to immigrate to another country if you are on antidepressants. It can close a lot of doors for you. And that is, in a way, that's stigma. But the thing is that those are real, tangible consequences. So my lack of willingness to talk isn't really due to social stigma or feeling that I won't be understood. But as it is, I have here and there talked to therapists, and it's never really gone well. The advice that I've gotten from therapists has left me kind of insulted. My sessions always ended with some variation of the theme, there's really nothing wrong with you, and you're too smart for me to help anyway. And that's the ending note. But in terms of the issue of gender, I have found that women react very differently to me when I am depressed than men do. Men take a stance or a position of listening, of saying, you know what, ma'am, I don't get it. I'm just gonna let you say whatever you have to say, whatever you have to get off your chest. And that's comforting. That is what I need when I am depressed. Whereas when I talk to women, they will cry and make blanket general statements that aren't true. Well, people aren't like that. Well, yeah, people are like that. The world's not really like that. Well, yeah, the world is really like that. I'm not hallucinating. The things I'm seeing that are driving me to this depressive point, they're not not making them up. They're not untrue. But women, when they deal with me in my depression, have this sense of needing to fix me, needing to change me, needing to take the pieces and put it back together. And that's not useful. That's not helpful. That's destructive. You put someone back together wrong. So I do think that there is a component, how the way people express and deal with depression differs between the genders. But I don't think it's just in terms of how we express it. I think it's also in terms of how we receive it. So those are my thoughts on that issue. I hope you found that enlightening.